Hey guys, hope everyone's having a great Sunday today. And today I wanted to show one of my favorite sets from the 70s, and one I have not shown yet is actually the 1971 Topps set. Um, Many people call them the Black Beauties. They're just gorgeous looking cards, and they're really tough to get in good shape. And I'm really fortunate to have almost all the Hall of Famers except for one, and that is the Dick Allen card. And that's a really tough card and a pretty significant card in that set. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my collection of 71 and just to show you guys what I have. Um, Again, I just love this set along with a lot of the 70 sets, a lot of the early 70 sets, I should say. I think are just fantastic. So yeah, card number one in that set is actually the Orioles team card, and I have that one. And yeah, the Orioles beat the Cincinnati Reds in the 1970 World Series. So they won the World Series that year. And then here's the back. The back's a little weird. It's not in great registration, but it's cool. It says the Browns and the Orioles. Of course, the St. Louis Browns became the Baltimore Orioles. So that's really cool. So yeah, that's card one on that set, and that's the only team card I have from the set. So yeah, and then everyone knows about this card. Again, I showed it yesterday in my second year cards video, and it's this one right here, the Thurman Munson. Just a fantastic card, as I mentioned uh, in my previous video. I love the rookie cup, the action shot. Again, I think it may be one of the best looking cards of the 70s. Here's the back. And moving right along here. One of the, I guess, more significant rookie cards in the set is the Davey Concepcion. He was a great shortstop for the Reds. And that big red machine. This set does not have a ton of crazy rookie cards in it, which does make it a little more affordable to collect. But again, you're always battling the chipping on the black borders, and it's such a tough, condition-sensitive set that it can be really tough to find in good shape. But yeah, here's the rookie card of Dave Concepcion here, and I love the back images of these. You get sort of a portrait image there. Only one row of statistics and a little write up, but I really love the way they design these cards. And I think the black just goes really well with a lot of the colors. Another probably one of my favorite cards in the set here is the Reggie Jackson card. I think that is a fantastic looking image of Mr. October there. And those old A's uniforms, you gotta love them. I mean, that green and yellow. A lot of these cards are just really awesome because they show just sort of how baseball was back in the 70s with these uniforms. And the hairstyle is definitely, you see on some of these cards. Again, the back. Here, Reggie, early Reggie Jackson. Love that card. Another one of the rookies here in the set is the Burt Blyleven, who is in the Hall of Fame. Really awesome image. There's the back. How about knuckleballer Phil Niekro next? And I have a double of Phil Niekro. How about Lou Piniella? Really good ball player, and most notably known as a manager of the Yankees. This, I believe, is his second year card, actually, so just pretty cool. I believe he's a rookie in 70. How about a really awesome Catfish Hunter here? Again, those uniforms are just so cool. I think the A's cards in this set in general are just really awesome. Willie McCovey is next. Cool card here. Another thing I forgot to mention is I really like the facsimile signature. I think that goes well with the black of these cards. Again, these are such clean looking cards. I have a second of Mr. McCovey. Next, we got Steve Carlton here. I have several of Steve Carlton, so I'll show this one. And this one's probably my nicest one. I'll show the back of that one. '71 also had league leader cards, just like 70. And this is what they look like. This is the RBI leaders from the National League with 3 Hall of Famers on it. Bench, Perez, and Billy Williams. Bench had 148 RBIs in 70, which is really, really good. That is pretty crazy. And I have a second one here. I got the National League ERA leaders. Tom Seaver. Pitching leaders here, another one with 3 Hall of Famers on it. Gibson, Gaylord Perry, and Fergie Jenkins. Great card. I have a second one here of that. And sorry guys, I did not show the back of those, but that's what they look like. Just typical leader cards. Here's another one with 3 Hall of Famers on it, the strikeout leaders from the National League. This time Tom Seaver joins Bob Gibson and Fergie. I have a double of that one. And here we go, a guy that I think belongs in the Hall of Fame. It's a shame he hasn't gotten in. It's Louis Tiant. Here pitching for the Twins, most notably known for the Red Sox stint in the mid-70s. There's the back. Another one of my favorite cards from the set is the Pete Rose. Really like that image of Rose. And I do have several of Rose here. And I've showed this one. This was a part of my dad's collection here. Moving right along, Bill Mazeroski. Another great player, great second baseman. Great looking card too. I mean, the Pirates in this set are also, I think, really awesome looking. The color coordination goes extremely well. And another thing that these cards show is their first year in Pro Ball and their first year in the majors. So you can see here, 54 and 56. So I think that's kind of a cool thing, a neat thing that they never really did in previous sets. And I feel like Topps is definitely trying a lot of things with this set, and I really like that, how unique it is. Another one of the bigger rookies in the set is the Ted Simmons. Really cool image. Gotta love those catcher images here, where they're crouched kind of in sort of the bullpen or beside the dugout. I think that's a really cool image always when they use that. About Gaylord Perry. Another cool card. Another one of my favorites, Tom Seaver from this set. I think this might be one of Seaver's better looking cards. Nice, several of those. How about Al Kaline next? Mr. Tiger. Here's the back. Couple of those. Next we got Rod Carew. Double of him. Cool image here of Ron Santo. I really like the images with the stadium in the background in this set. I think those are really cool. Willie Stargell, Pops. Shout out to John Mangini. First manager card here I'm going to show is Mr. Red Shandinst, I think. I always mispronounce his name, so I'm sorry. But manager of the Cardinals. And what's cool about the manager cards is it shows their managerial record, and it gives you the same thing, the first year in Pro Bowl sort of thing, which I think is cool. Jim Cott. Got Hoyt Wilhelm here on the Cubs. Man, he pitched forever. Yeah, first year in Pro Bowl was 1942. I know his rookie card was in 52, so man, he was talk about a journeyman. Heck of a career. Another one of my favorites in the set is the Johnny Bench. I think this is a classic looking card here. Bench had a fantastic year in 70. 45 homers, 35 doubles, and a 293 average, and had 148 RBIs, as I think I mentioned earlier on that leaders card. So yeah, it's funny when you read the little write-up, they already call him a future Hall of Famer at 23. So I think that's really cool. And they were sure right. And here's a second one of Bench. This one's kind of a beater. How about his future teammate, Joe Morgan? Definitely a unique shot here, action shot. This was, I think, the first set they really tried to do action shots, which I think is also a neat sort of tidbit about the set, and a neat thing about the set for sure. So you see a lot of these action shots for the first time on cards. It's a good example of one of them. Another great example of an action shot is this Veda Pinson. Awesome card. I think that is Thurman Munson in the background too, which is even cooler. Next we got Fergie Jenkins. Great card. I have two of them. Another cool image is the Tony Oliva. And another interesting shot is the Brooks Robinson. I like this card. Here's the back. Cool Craig Nettles in that defensive position. Man in the hot corner. Guy won a lot of Gold Gloves. Juan Marichal, the Dominican Dandy. Here's my second one of that card. Probably one of the bigger name rookies in the set, or maybe the biggest name, is the Steve Garvey. And he's not in the Hall of Fame, but another guy I think should get in. Next, we got Billy Williams. Great looking Don Sutton card. I have a second one of Mr. Don Sutton. One of the cooler manager cards is the great Ted Williams with the Senators. I do believe this was the last year you see Senators cards. I could be wrong about that. 72 may have. I think 72 was the first year of the Rangers cards, so I'm pretty sure this is the last year for the Senators when you see them on cards. So yeah, cool Ted Williams there. The greatest hitter to ever live. For sure. Really cool looking Raleigh Fingers without the mustache. One of my first 71s I ever got was this Hank Aaron. It was a gift from my dad for Christmas when I was probably 15 maybe. Beautiful card. It's one I really like and one I love in my collection. One of those cards I probably will never sell. Another great card is the Bob Gibson. Great action shot here. Round. The final card or playing days card here of Ernie Banks is in the 71 set. Definitely a funny image of Banks. Mr. Let's Play 2. For my Red Sox, the great Carl Yastrzemski. Here's the second one of Yaz. A really cool card in the set, and one I don't see shown a lot is the Vita Blue. I think that's a fantastic looking shot of him. Again, with those great A's uniforms. I think we're sort of getting into the higher numbers here. I think this is 544, so. The high numbers are definitely tough in this set. About Harmon Killebrew. Great Jim Palmer card. The last card of Jim Bunning in the 71 set. Tough card in the set is the Tony Perez. I remember paying a lot more than I wanted to on this card, but I think it's a tough one. It's card 580. Great Willie Mays card. One of my favorites, of course. About Orlando Cepeda next. On the Braves. Really cool looking Blue Brock card. Maybe my favorite card outside of the Munson in this set is the Clemente. This has got to be one of Clemente's best looking cards. Just a classic card. The great Frank Robinson, the Orioles. And a tough rookie in this set is actually the Dusty Baker and Don Baylor. And I'm lucky to have this one. Tough high number card. And it's in the 700 to 709. And I'll show the back. So that's what the back of these look like. Multiplayer rookies. Another tough card in the set is the Louis Aparicio. It's a high number. The Red Sox here. And the last card I'm going to show you is this. The only one I have graded is the Nolan Ryan. Another one of my favorites from this set. One that's very meaningful to me. This is one of the cards I picked up at the first show I ever went to back when I was 14, 15 years old. Picked it up at the Chantilly show. And I've kept the price tag on it ever since. So I picked it up. So reminder, it was one of my first cards I picked up at a show. Great looking card too. There's the back. Flip it around. Yeah, guys, that's all I got to show today. What do you guys think of the 71 set? Are you guys big fans of it as well? I know I think it's one of the best looking sets in the 70s. Maybe one of the best looking post-war sets out there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and thank you guys for sticking with this longer video. I know it's a longer one, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Take care.